going to have that waft all day. I've still got myself going early going on.
Spaces on. They've got me on some COVID mold. Obviously these will have to be scrutinised for the runners, but if you run the front, they're in a low.
Very cool looking cars here this weekend. Still coming in. Looks like we have the weather with us today. So everyone's got the request to come and see us. We'll see what we can do. In the meantime, obviously we're here for the main event of the day, which is 8th Mile Grassroots. mistake, yeah. We're coming round Mark 1 Cortina.
A rather special Mark 1 Cortina. That is a paint job. Running injected and supercharged as well. And that is a serious set of features on the back inside the standard bodywork. Absolutely gorgeous. Both of these cars new to me, I don't recognise either of them. So how we go? Well, we can promise you a bit of a suntan today, and we can... Okay, we do have a win light, but you have to look back to the Christmas, and that would be a deep stage as a technique you can use so that you can improve your reaction times. We didn't have any red lights at all at the last meeting, mainly because you don't get the warnings from the ambers, so drivers are reacting to the green light rather than anticipating the green light, which is what normal Main Street drag racing is all about. Down there, putting 4 or 5 laps last night. Car seems very comfortable in the left-hand lane. He was having problems on the shift into second. It's not an issue today. You could hear that car here in the red limit. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, starting down there on the start line, you'll see him with a button in his hand. So once both into full stage, he hits the button and that's what activates the green light. Of course, in the early days of drag racing, it was always a flat start, and then no prep out in the States, especially as a lot of it's done at night, they'll use a torch. So, drop tank racer, I'm guessing a Model T Ford chassis. Keep an eye on this MG. He was here for Saturday at our first event down here, just 3 weeks ago, but sadly he was busy elsewhere. Car built primarily for hill climbs. And it ain't slow.
My one.
For first... Yeah. So I forgot his name unfortunately, but he has a history of drag racing from the very, very, very early days.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Used to race, I think it was Mod ET back in the early mid-70s.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Yeah. It can't be that long ago because I actually raced for a season in Mod ET too, so I think the class was still running around about 93, 94 before it disappeared.
No, that's earlier than that. It's in the 80s.
Well, I can't remember.
No, you're right. It is. Early, yeah.
Yeah, so is it timingslips.co.uk? So wow, what a selection of vehicles we've got this weekend. This is bonkers.
Prison Island Racing. That's
literally the hairs on the back of my neck just went up. That was wicked.
he's either a very but I'm glad they're here, and I'm really grateful they're wanted here because there's something you just do not usually see. I don't anyway. Detonator's car park in the right-hand lane. Oh dear, husband and wife, I've just been told by the organiser of Velocity, Mark Phillips. So, yeah, this could be very interesting.
Well, when it comes down to grudge matches, well, they're quite evenly matched for power.
Yeah, quite evenly matched, but I think the car in the right's hand lane. Okay, well, we are open for Brummy Brun. If, as I said before, if you'd like to join us, you can sign on in the race control below us in the signing on office. If you'd like to run your car today, then you're more than welcome to do so. Of course, we do the same thing again tomorrow, but if you'd like to run today, you are at liberty to join us. Looks like there's going to be plenty of track time available today. So, as I said, if you've already signed on, come on down. If it's a case of you'd like to, then this is where you find out how fast your car is. Yeah, the mechanical grip here is quite good. It was when we looked at it, and there was at least one or two of the cars that were here at the first event. In particular, Psycho Phil drew it with the 403 Mafia Ford Pop, and they were very pleased with the results they were getting over and above what they achieved at the last event. And at the last event, they cleared the table. In fact, there was a £100 bounty on Phil's head from me for anyone that beats him in competition.
now, does that mean it's going to cost you 200 quid if they knock him out in different classes, or just the first one?
Just the first one. But I must be honest, I think you're gonna struggle to see anyone beat him on the times he was laying down yesterday, and the big smiles from his son Dave. What they were trying was working. I like that 55. That was nice.
Well, the 55 Chevy is all times the price. But yeah, wow.
Well, that's probably a track record, mile an hour wise, but not an ET record. We've seen quicker than that, but mile an hour wise, 128.
You're joking.
128 on the 8.
Moses.
Yep, 128. Yeah, his ET was there. It was in the 60s for no crap is pretty good. He goes something like
Definitely going to have very sophisticated traction control, and there wasn't a great deal of wheel spin there once he got.
No, intelligent traction control, probably a lot of money in it. That's going to be 80 to 100 grand, I would imagine.
I don't think they're that pricey, to be honest.
To go that fast, they're that pricey.
Well, I'm a bit out of touch now, but when the Jackson... I had to do an awful lot of homework, and then as the teams all progressed, I knew everything about it, but it's kind of lost knowledge.
Bag, I'm assuming they're more than welcome to come without any question. I don't think you're going to see quite as many as the next event, yes. This event, possibly not. But we don't know what we're going to get when we open the gates, because it's a new area. Drag racing was here years ago, Screaming Alley Raceway. Chris Skinner, me, Phil Wilson, we all raced here a long time ago. But there's a lot of pretty reasonable 8-speed passes. I mean, there is obviously, you can go over sensor with anything, particularly with some of the horsepower you got with some of these cars. But the mechanical fluid is pretty good. And of course, the weather helps because the concrete we've got here, that's all the choices. We've got 200 feet of concrete before it transitions to tarmac. So you've got a much better contact range. So it does mean that the cars have got a much better chance of it.
And with the tarmac being
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, the concrete works pretty well. It's got good mechanical grip. It's better. I mean, when we first started doing that,
we've got the brand new edition this year. Sorry, this meeting. We've got the stripe down there, painted on the wheelbase of the car. Once they're in the front stage, if they're rear-wheel drive, we've got a little bit extra now, and it is working very well.
yeah, what we did is after the first event, we examined the start line and looked at the contact patch and the pad we had, and it was pretty obvious that because all these concrete block tracks have got expansion joints in them, and what was happening, the expansion joint has got nothing in it, so it meant that there was a gap, and the gap meant that yeah, that's actually got.
He drained the tank and found a Dear John letter. As in a split-up thing. This is what my dad explained. I'm sorry,
Yeah, that's quite information that we need.
can't go out with you anymore. And it'd been ripped up and posted through the fuel tank. And then Dad had bought the car. Dad had bought the car. And I guess depending on how much of the fuel was in there, the fuel pump would suck a bit of this letter down.
Yeah, that's good revenge, I think. But, you know, as we were saying, many thanks to Richard Hoyle. One of the Manston volunteers has been helping us prepare this place, and Richard was working very hard and very. It certainly seems to have. So it's one of those things, you know, every time we're here, every time we run an event, we look at what we think can help it and improve it. And that was one of the things we identified. For the big cars, the big side cars, and the small side cars for that matter, full size, you know, it's something that
Wow, that beamer is so smooth through the gears, isn't it? Right on the power band.
yeah, they're all semi-automatic. As I said, small guy or very low seat, just about. Yeah, I've got a couple of the Taz racing cars down there. Oh, here we go again. Husband and wife. He's backing up a bit, it's the top. It's not through the beams. Easy. Both with big stage, but that's good enough. Cedar again, small block Chevy. It's got a butt catcher on it, but it's actually EF5, so it looks very nice. Looks like it's got a decent sized tyre under the back. No burnout for the 14er. It's just going to go straight to the line. Pretty quick last time, so let's see what he's got this time. And it's a 4-door. It's a 4-door as opposed to the normal 2s. That's nice. Very clean run. Yeah. Off the line quite nicely as well. This man's work, just log into Euro Dragster. Eurodragster.com. in pictures last night. I haven't actually had a chance to look at them yet, but I was here yesterday and took pictures of say that's an MG magnet in the left lane? No, I was wrong.
Yeah, because it was running here.
See enough of it in this country, quite frankly.
Well, I don't really like stunt eliminations. But it's not about that minute. The final probably we had Chris Thanet out there in the right lane in the original 126 score. This car 40 years ago, having lost out in a garage match race to a Reliant Regal with a Jax 36 in it. He was running a Cortina for a little V8 and everything. I'm going to be on a silly small car with a big engine in it. So it's literally 40 years ago that he built this car. Thanks to losing at a race, extreme alley raceway that was near Honda's there to the other end of the facility.
That's right, it was down by the passenger terminal, which is where the market is, but
and you can see a drive race. Sizes. This gorgeous A60 pickup. Again, we've got so many pretty cars here, but we've got so many pretty cars that are very, very quick as well. So around about the time that I semi-retired from Buffalo and drag racing events, this car was completed, it had come out, done various rounds, and they were just about nailing it. So first event 3 weeks ago here, trying out different settings and suspensions, hard pressures and power application. And that was pretty much what I was saying last time, controlled wheel spin, but around about the halfway down the track point was where it was getting a little loose on the back end. So there's people thinking, oh good, we got good reception on the radio mics down in the staging lane and now I'm getting a bit of feedback. So I think we'll just alter the position of that speaker and we should be able to do some interviews down here in the staging area. each of our classes, both the no-prep classes. Session, we do have a timing ticket, a certificate of speed, times and sprints. Sprints are kind of the earlier version of drag racing here in the UK. Sadly, we've lost the Brighton Speed Trials as the I'll get there in a minute, come on words, as the anti-petrol head council down in Brighton destroyed a whole century of various car, motorcycle, racing, and indeed just an end destination of various car rallies. I think there is only the one now, the veteran run that they'll allow, thanks to all their silly green policies. Overpowering the track, a quick pedal, and then each time he matches it back end, does a gentle little wiggle again. He's done. Reminder everyone to cover up with sun cream if you want to do that, although that will be stopping the production of vitamin D in your skin, and we all need vitamin D, or with hats and clothing. The last thing we want to do is have our medic team tied up with avoidable cases of sunstroke or sunburn. And so we're out in an airfield. You might not realise that you're burning your skin or dehydrating. Sorry to be 3 facts wrong, and Paul got at least 2 facts right. Velocity Vintage Tracks and your social media user, would you do us a favour if you really enjoy yourself, put a post to picture and let your friends know where you are? It would really help us. We're trying to keep up. We've had to spend an awful amount of money on the infrastructure here, and it would never have happened where they're generous with so many races, and there's some people who've never really been over graduates in the tour that are asking for this one. It's such an amazing team effort to get this place to where we are now. It's really good to get there. We're just going to go from the field. Everything is alright. You can help us. Oh yeah, fortunately, because all of us buy a load of tickets as intended, and we'll get one for free. So, the Velocity Vintage Drags, our partners for this wonderful event here at More Money Nationals. I'm running the raffle, I think it's going to be drawn later on this afternoon. That was a one question I forgot to ask, but cash money up for grabs. And I'm sure you can pick up some merch over there actually, and we do have our official Manston Raceway Park merch store just underneath the commentary point here. And his father quite an impressive engineering setup, and they have machines.
That one's big. I think that one's gonna win, or the other one. I think both. if it's a tie, it's a tie. I think the big tie.
Speed record, how ridiculous is that? And it walked a little bit on those. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nice.
It looks like that's far too big a size for you. It looks like
Which then the space is out the size that he comes, which is very nice because it's quite generous. So I figured I'm going to go and get a piece, because if I don't go and get a piece, I won't have a piece. So I've gone and got it now. I'm doing the taste test. The taste is very nice.
track at the moment. Are enjoying the sunshine a bit too much. Most of our other run what you runners and our mates.
If you have already made a run and you have not yet collected your ticket from Race Control, which is above the signing on office, please come and get it. Quite a number of tickets have got waiting for collection, so if you have made a run, please come and collect your tickets. It is available in Race Control.
Well, Paul, sadly we've had one official complaint today, and it comes from a member of staff, which I feel that I must pass on to you. Where's my bit of that cake?
It's over there.
Oh, okay. Thanks, boss.
I was down there just checking on a couple of things. I thought I've got to get myself a piece. I won't get it. I'll buy you a piece and I'll bring it back later as long as I get down there again.
Splendid. Thank you very much, chap. And
there is other cake as well. You can have Victoria sponge, you can have carrot cake, or lemon drizzle cake.
oh, look, they are literally all my favourites. Now, little known fact. I hated metalwork at school. I didn't like the noise, I didn't like the oily work. I didn't like anything about
It's like smell.
Smell of that.
I like the smell. If he said it, but this far, like.
I'm about to get on the side. Get me.
Okay, just so you know, we will be running until 1 o'clock. We've got a while to go yet, but we will be running till 1 o'clock, and then it will be lunch break, which is just under an hour's time. We'll have the lunch break and do the chip draw, and then we will start eliminations for the classes. So what I'm going to say is, to put in some test hits, get yourself into it this afternoon. I don't believe them are in eliminations till tomorrow. I think they've just got today just for testing and practice, and their eliminations is tomorrow. We do it every day, so
a reset.
is traditionally the biggest field, and we've also got Tailgate. I don't know how many cars are in that class, and we've got True Street as well.
And the chip draw, you're going to run that at 1:30, I presume? Is that, yeah,
Yeah,
just equal time for me and...
That'll be 1:30 at the Manston, and then we'll start eliminations.
And just to let you know, folks, at our first event, we only had spectator viewing area on the right-hand side. However, you can probably see some cones and tape and stuff. And as we're filling up, what we're going to do during lunch break, we'll be opening up slightly different view for everybody. And the only thing that I need to say is that we have a very in the right-hand lane is at the wheel. And they have, I think, in total, about 3 or 4 of these. One of them was powered by a Toyota MR2 turbo motor. I remember when it says this, the guy said, we were really good friends for 15 years and we hadn't seen each other for 10 years until 3 weeks ago. Top end. All of a sudden that seems to be quite a bit quicker than any of the other ones I've seen through the top end. I don't know whether he's turned some power up well. We're going to see the Lathe Cave collection down in our official merchandising store underneath race control. Okay, a couple of visual test hits for tyre category, and one of them doing double duty. That'll be Bill in the left-hand lane. He's also running the tailgate class. This is a pickup and it has a fold-down tailgate. It says exactly, it does exactly what it says on the tin, right? In the end. So the Malibu in the right-hand lane, but it was Manston. Takes it at the straight.
We're having a very good day, yeah. It's nice to be from the BHOA and all the guys. Just a brilliant day, isn't it? Wonderful. Well, thank you to bring that there. Well used to food bread tracks because I saw some outlaw angler stickers in the back of the little pot and
position, a different viewing angle, you're more than welcome to, and the walkway for that is just by the
Now that's a shame. I've seen it put out the meat over there before. That's those two guys. That's not steering. Bike's off the shelf, so you're right. Sometimes it works out nice and yeah, bad, isn't it?
Memorabilia sort of stuff, I'd head on up there. And little shout out for anybody who's been out on track but not for their time. Somebody's done 9 buses that picks up 1 ticket. I love it, they're really fun. Anyway, it's a nice one.
And you know, they did well out the TV show and everything else. Been since I've been for quite a while.
Oh, you're not going over there, right?
MG goes through, nice pass, can't tell you what he's running because he is entered into small tyre. I can have a look and see what he's run. It's not bad, it's not bad. So,
clarification, a few of the hot rodders have been having a word with Mark from the rest of the Vintage Drags, asking whether they can know what you've won. Please, basically, we are running Know What You've Done and running our eliminations down that route. Yes, I will check out the call sheet. Give us some highlights.
sorry?
Give us some highlights on the 14 one. I will check it out.
The Cortina runs a butt catcher with electric. It's beautiful. Beautiful car. There's a lot of beautiful cars here.
Right, we have our unofficial speed record holder down there in the left-hand lane. So this Nissan is actually... That was a really good show for the Tyres car, but we are only playing. Remember right, I think that's where the gearbox I was pronouncing surname Stanley, exactly. It's Surname, I think that's a great view. I think he's visiting tomorrow, but he's out racing the door slammers in a couple of weeks, so he's saving a few funds, doesn't want to break anything.
He runs a BMW gearbox behind his. I think he's 6B. Terry Range just turned up. Where's he gone? Yeah, so he runs like that. Got my ice cream went down the wrong hole. Oh, the ice cream's very good. Go and see Tony in the ice cream.
Smells of strawberry. Oh, folks, he fell for it. I could have squashed the ice cream with my boss's face then. He really did go to smell the ice cream.
Didn't get me though.
Didn't get you. So this is a self-built hot rod. This is his first weekend out in the car. He parked up in the show and shine there. The man, the legend, the all-conquering Phil Britt is in the neighbourhood apparently. So, this is the man that's got £100 on his head. If somebody knocks him out of competition in either small tyre or big tyre, then they're going to claim £100 from Paul Manston. The man's been in so many ways. He's got this track sorted, he's got the carbs completely dialed, he knows what he's doing, and he is our number one favourite in both classes because he won them both last time out 3 weeks ago. But went home with a huge carrier bag full of cash. He didn't actually even need to do the run. In no prep, you don't even need to break the beams. You can elect not to run. Yeah. So we know the engine is very, very quick, but just on the margins of traction. Right on fire. Sorry, what? No.
Close. Right, okay, if we...
Well, some beautiful gear changes on that very highly modified body shell, if you like. We've turned tickets, we've got an abundance of them, so please drivers who've been out on track in the back end of this morning and this early part of this afternoon session, can you please go So, Amy down there in the left-hand lane is experimenting with gear ratios today. That's
Good, make your way into the staging lane, that'll be well, probably got 3, I'm going to say, because 3's not being used, so if you could please pair yourself up, put yourselves in lane 3. Small tyre, you're in competition, please get yourself paired up and then into. So once again, if I could please have cars into lane 3, please. Thank you.
Do you get points like that? Is it points?
He's racing. I think their nose might be slightly out of joint. The last pass was so... tactics alongside. And the monsters come out to show that it's done. So this could be a very, very close side race. People are going to be talking about that. I'm going to select this one. Congratulations on the stake here. Top end, but it wasn't enough. Oh, well, it was enough.
He got it.
Comes up on the right hand side.
Yeah, he got it. The only small tyre cars in the lane. We'll run through them as quickly as we can.
Test session yesterday afternoon, putting in lap after lap, and that's the first time I seem to have any issues at all, to be honest.
This should be a pretty good race here.
So I see some tactics in the staging on this one, because this is going to be quite a tight race.
Yeah, don't think this doesn't mean anything, because this means a lot for both of those. Day one, the very first no prep event, we ran at North Wheel. This is his first appearance here at our new track, so I think he'd like to make a statement. Yeah, we've already had two people at the Durham show so far.
Yeah.
Buying back here.
I hadn't realised that when Christina was up against the MG, I didn't realise that was in competition. So then small car.
He had been tested last year, just to test, but yeah, exactly the competition. We're trying to see how this one goes anyway, after the three.
Well, the most free stage, I'm wondering whether there's going to be a burn down. Looks like Dave's going through clean at the top end.
Yep.
About 3 weeks ago, Bill was double duty in tailgate and a small tyre. Sponges. Oh, that was tight. Moving around. What is it? Everybody seems to be heading for the sponges at the moment.
It's a magnet. Yeah, I mean, it is possible. Anything can happen. We will see.
So Anglia, heads up racing, home three, both drivers get the green light at the same time. So basically, exactly what we're doing today.
Yes, but we do not have. It's instant green. You have no appetite.
In his park, lovely clean run, did what he had to do, and the boss's pocket keeps hold of the £100 for the time being.
Yeah, it was. Anyone in Swanside that wants to buy back into competition is quite at liberty to do so.
And I think it's worth it because that's what we know in the